Okay, everything adjusted. Hope things are going well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are from. I was just having a look and I saw that many of you are also on live at the moment. So I just wait and see. Uh, we still have some time left. 4 minutes. We still have some 4 minutes left. But as far as possible, I like to be early. As the saying goes, better late than never, but the early bird catches its worm. Just trying out different days, different times, weekdays, and this weekend also I'll be trying out. I'll be doing live stream in the morning as well as the evening, my time. So I want to see how many people, especially I get from the West, coming in. I know people in Europe, it's a little difficult because at this time it's still very early morning and most of them are asleep. So I understand that. And the people in the US, yes, it's okay for them because it's quite a suitable timing for them. But even then, some of them may be like just about getting home from work and things like that. And for people in Southeast Asia, it is quite a perfect timing, except for those who are working on the weekdays. But the weekend should be okay. So let's see how things work out. I'm just trying different timings. I used to watch, others on live stream, and many of them are in the morning. Like for example, now there are at least about five who I know of, right, and whose channels I visit often and I comment. So they are all having live streams at the moment in the morning. So I know they will not be on my channel, and I am not on their channel, but I can watch the replay later on. But yes, let's see how things go over here. Yesterday was a very good live stream, and shout out to Mohammed by the name of IQ General. We had a long chat, and he stayed the longest on my live stream, and things went off very well. So that was, very nice. Just trying out some new lighting, but it's not very stable. Sorry about that. Still, there's no one who has joined in. The reason why I keep this cord, because twice I've sat on my glasses, and both once, like when I sat on it, my old glass, it just went off completely. I had to order a complete new set of glasses for myself. So um, even when I got the new one, I did not have a cord put, and twice I sat on it, but somehow or the other it has not been damaged to that extent, and they were able to get it fixed. The second time, a little bit of the lens, I don't know which one, I think this one, just chipped a little bit in the corner, but it didn't matter much, and they were able to fix it. So after the second time when it happened, I said, "Now what am I going to do?" Because sometimes I try to keep it in a safe place, but then sometime in a hurry, I just leave it and I'm going and I come back and sit on it. So I was wondering what to do. So I said, best just keep the cord, because when I have a cord, I know I've got to keep it somewhere else, So that's what I've been doing, and I've been pretty successful, except very recently. By mistake, instead of putting the cord behind, I had the cord in front, and I was wanting to remove my glasses, and my finger got entangled in the cord. It was in front, and it got entangled in it, and it got tugged by mistake. And when it got tugged, my glasses fell off, and one of the lens came out. So I took it to the shop, and they managed to fix it back again without any problem. So I was happy about that. So I just keep the cord. Like everyone says, with the cord you look so much older. Like, glasses as it is bad enough, but with the cord it makes you look like an old grandfather. So I am a grandfather, but I'm a young grandfather. But I prefer now. It's been safe, and it's been good for me. So I never keep it now hanging in front. Even if it's for a short time, I put the cord behind, and then when I need to take it off, then I bring it in front and I remove my glasses. And many have the habit with the glasses, they just remove from one side of it. It weakens the glasses, it will weaken one side, so I always remove it with both my hands together. So uh, you learn by mistakes. And this is what, like, my channel is about: life experiences. And we all learn from life experiences, right? And there's so much that we can learn, from life. There's so much. like I mentioned it previously also, that many times what we do is, um, like I always, as a teacher, I always told my students, I like when you make a mistake and they are very shocked and surprised. Other teachers get angry when we make a mistake. And you're the only teacher that says you are happy when we make a mistake. And I said, yes, because when you make a mistake, and I'm able to explain to you what was the mistake and what is the right way to do it, you will always remember and you will never make that mistake again. And yes, they realized that, yes, that made sense to them and they were happy. Because as teachers, like sometimes we just, especially for English, when you're correcting papers, you just sort of tend to write what is the correction, you write that over there. But when they read it, they may still not understand. Okay, I wrote this wrong. Teacher written something where it should be right, but why? Why should it be this way and not that way? So when it's explained to them, it becomes good. So if there is a kind of a common error, then I would explain it in the class generally to everybody that this is a common error I have seen in your work, and this is how you need to rectify it, and give them examples and explain to them. So in that way, they understand. And sometimes, we do things correctly, but we do things correctly because we have copied others, or we have just seen something, or we have just heard about something. And so we do something, but we do not really know why is it the right way to do it. And we just keep doing it, just force of habit because of where we have learned it from. So it's always nice to do something wrong unintentionally, and then you realize what you have done, and then you find out what is the correct way of doing it, and that is the way you can uh, improve and never make that error again. Like when I was in school days, I took commerce as part of my subjects. When we reached grade 9, we in the Cambridge syllabus, when we reached grade 9, and I think in the Indian syllabus and other syllabus around the world also. But when you reach grade 9, you choose which stream you want to go into, the art stream, the commerce stream, or the science stream. And I chose the commerce stream, and in the commerce stream, we had commerce, commercial arithmetic, and accounts. And I used to always spell business wrong. I always used to spell it as BUIS. And then, uh, it used to always puzzle me. And then I learn certain norms, and as teachers, we are taught also certain ways, and I also learned myself certain ways. So business, you're very busy, busy, busy. So busines is business. So that is how I picked up a few things like that, so it has helped me and helped my students as well. So it helped me to correct my own spellings, so that way things were good. It's very nice also a teacher's life. There's so many new experiences. Every day is a new experience because um, kids are different. In one classroom, there may be 20 kids, there may be 35 kids, there may be 60 kids, and each kid is different. So you learn a lot from your students. You learn a lot, and I have learned a lot from my students. And so for today's topic, I've just kept something about what does travel mean for you? What does traveling mean for you? What is your idea about travel? How extensively do you travel? How affordable is travel for you? Um, what does travel mean for you? Which are your destination places you like to visit? And as for me, I have traveled to many places, not as many others, but like my wife traveled to more places while she was alive. She traveled to more places than I have ever been to. But in my capacity, I have traveled either for just holiday, or I travel because of work. So I've been through a few countries. I still have not visited any country in Europe. I still need to find out, and some places, so many beautiful places in Europe, Switzerland, Sweden, France, what else? Belgium. No, so many. Portugal, Spain, lots of nice places. Greece. So really would like to visit some places in Europe. I've not visited anything in South America. So, so many places there. Venezuela, Brazil, very nice place. Um, in part of in the North America region, there is Mexico, which is also a beautiful place. Need to go and see. Never been to the Caribbean. Would love to visit some of those Caribbean islands as well. I heard those cruises and the places are wonderful to look at. So many things. So we only have one lifetime, and expensive to travel. Very expensive to travel. Flights are killing. Okay, flights are killing, international flights, and hotels also can be a big expense. Also, food one can always manage on. If you're ready to try the local fare, it's very good. But flights and accommodation, these are two very expensive, two big expenses for travel. And for me, that is what makes travel a little difficult. Accommodation, as long as it's a reasonable accommodation, I'm okay with it. I don't want something fancy. You book a big five-star hotel and you don't use the gym, you don't use the pool, you don't use so many facilities there if you're just on a short holiday. And you are paying for all those extra facilities. You're not paying for the comfort that you're using. So I'm not really a fan of, five-star hotels and things like that, unless, of course, you are staying there and making use of the facilities around, then it's worth it. But I like to spend more money in food and in visiting places, right? That's the main reason for going around sightseeing. So, many places have entrance fees and things like that. So, yes, I would prefer to spend more money on those things than in my accommodation. As long as my accommodation is decent and it is only for myself, I'm not having like backpackers, sharing bunk beds and sharing rooms. No, I don't like that. I like my privacy. So I would like to just have a room to myself, a nice toilet bathing room, comfortable enough, and clean environment, and that's enough for me. So even sometimes I get even a good three-star hotel, which is pretty nice. So that's about travel from me. That's my preference in travel. I always travel economy. Once I did travel business class, but that was because I had to get back to Canada because my wife had an emergency when I'd gone out, So she said, so I had to get onto the next available flight. So I had to change my booking, and there was just no flights for me to come back at the earliest. So the only available seats were in business class. So I changed my economy ticket and paid the extra fare and returned by business class. Wow, wow, wow. Business class really worth it to travel. But yeah, I did that once. So that's it. And after that, I've not really gone by business class. I prefer economy, manage some or the other. I try to also take the cheapest fares possible. So the last time was the worst. The last time I traveled was the most I traveled, and the worst travel. The worst travel in the sense that I had two stopovers, and then the layovers at each of the destinations are pretty long. So I had no option. I had no option. I had to just take that. And even with all that, my flight tickets worked out to almost 3,200 Canadian dollars. So quite a high fare. I see someone else as a participant, but uh, I don't see in the login, I don't see the name, I don't see anybody else. But I see at the moment there are two people on my channel. So whoever's the second person, if it is possible for you just to drop in a message, just a small comment like, your name and where are you from, that's more than enough. At least I will recognize you next time if you are passing by, or if you are a new subscriber, or you are a new person just passing by on my channel just to see what it is like. Just drop in your name and where you are from. I will remember you next time. Later on in the afternoon, I just need to make a visit to a hospital here. I'm not really sure where it is, but I will find that out. And I need to just do a general checkup. Need to just be clear on certain things. So just a general checkup. I need it for submission to for something. So as and when I can do that, I will have most probably go out, have lunch, and then visit the hospital, get that certificate from a doctor. So I do not know what's the procedure and what it works, because this is a new place. If I had known it earlier, I would have visited the hospital in the my previous province, where I just visited it on Friday. I had gone there. I would have been able to have done that because I'm registered at that hospital and I have a hospital book, where everything is recorded. And it would have been easier for me already being a patient there, like, outpatient, like, because every 6 months I take my. I used to do it every 3 months. Now I do every 6 months. I take my blood test. Just do a routine blood test. Make sure my cholesterol is okay, my pressure is under check, and those kind of things. my sugar level, fasting. I, I just take all those general blood tests. So it looks like this early timing is not really conducive for my live stream. Maybe I will also try an extra one at some afternoon time. I don't know. Let's see. My highest watchers and my highest watchers and viewers are from, according to the analytics on YouTube, are from Thailand, followed by the US. And city-wise, highest is from Bangkok, and then second highest is from some other place in Thailand. And the third highest city of my watchers comes from Spanish Town in Jamaica. I'm quite surprised because I just have one person there, and she has passed it on to a couple of her teacher friends, and one other person has subscribed to my channel, and I comment on his channel as well. But I was surprised to see that in the general, okay, for all my videos in the general, the third highest is Spanish Town in Jamaica. And if I'm not mistaken, Philippines is the fourth or the fifth. Manila came up as the fourth or the fifth, or Philippines is the fourth or the fifth in the general country analysis. I've had a lot of extra vloggers and viewers from Philippines who have joined me in the past couple of months. Just adjusting my lighting. Can't get it any closer. I am thinking then, I think I will end this live stream now and maybe I'll go to the hospital in the morning and come back in the afternoon and maybe go live in the afternoon. Let's see how things go. Okay. Thank you, whoever passed by, and all the best. Take care. Bye.